Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to some more VGC on the channel. So today I figured I've featured sand, I've featured sun, and I've featured rain. So today we're going to feature some hail shenanigans. So it's not the usual, I guess a bit more like sun, where we're not using it to boost our speed, we're just going to use it to boost the accuracy of our blizzards and our glaceon, as well as our glaceon having snow cloak. So there is potential for RNG there. I'm not using, say, anything else to boost that evasion. I'm not going to go for the RNG, it's just kind of a nice to have. We'll start off with our Alolan Ninetales, so it is on a light clay item, which makes our Aurora Veil last for 8 turns. It is using Freeze Dry to help out with the rain matchup, as well as Dazzling Gleam for a bit of coverage, and then obviously just protect, and it is just the basic 252 spread there. Now our Glaceon is choice specs. It is max special attack, it is max HP for a lot of bulk, which especially with Aurora Veil actually helps out a lot. And then we're just running Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Hyper Beam, and Shadow Ball. Hyper Beam is just there if we need to Dynamax it, so we've got like a really powerful Max Strike, and Shadow Ball is just there for coverage. Glaceon really didn't get a whole lot of coverage moves, so Shadow Balls ended up being the best choice. Then we just have the pretty standard Assault Vest Incineroar, with Fake Out, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, and Darkest Lariat. A lot of people do run Parting Shot on their Incineroars, but I honestly couldn't remember if Parting Shot worked under Assault Vest. I didn't think it did, but if I'm wrong, I'll potentially change U-Turn for that. Otherwise, yeah, the EVs are just max HP, a fair chunk of attack. Basically means the Darkest Lariat KOs most Dragapults, and special defense obviously to help out with the Assault Vest there. Next is a Moxie Gyarados set, so it is not Intimidate. It means we can bring it against something like Braviary or Milotic without having to worry about, obviously, Intimidate ruining that. It is Life Orb, it does have Waterfall, Bounce, Earthquake. This is our main sort of Dynamax Pokemon, because effectively, like, once it gets a Max Airstream off and it gets like a Moxie boost, this thing is terrifying. Like, it hits like a goddamn truck. One of my favorite Pokemon that a lot of people hate, at least one of my favorite Pokemon for VGC anyway, is Moongus. It's just an annoying Pokemon to deal with. It's got Clear Smog as its only attacking move. I really like Clear Smog on it for things like Snorlax. So if they Belly Drum up, use up their berry, you can just Clear Smog it away. Spore is obviously just 100% accuracy. Sleep move, Rage Powder to redirect, and then just protect for a bit more shenanigans, with the Agua Berry for healing, plus the ability Regenerator, so if we switch it out, switch it back in, it regains 33% of its HP. And finally we have an Expert Belt G-Max Cinderace, so this is the other option for Dynamax. As you can see, it has no Protect, it's just 4 very good coverage moves with its brand new hidden ability Libero. It basically just changes its type to whatever move it uses, so we have access to obviously Fire, which is what it is, High Jump Kick for fighting, Iron Head for steel, and Bounce for flying. Cinderace is just an extremely versatile Pokemon. I honestly think it is way up there with Togekiss as one of the best Pokemon in the format, and I really wanted to put Togekiss in this team because it is just so good as well, but I think every team I've used so far has had Togekiss, so I kind of want to try something different. But without further ado, let's get into a match. I've only played 1 game with this. I did win. The Moxie Gyarados just kind of went ham on our opponent. Okay, we have a very interesting team from our opponent here, with a first thing that stands out is obviously the Berserker and the Dhelmise. So it almost looks like a Trick Room team, because I'm pretty sure Dhelmise is relatively slow, and you got a Moongus, you got T-Tar, but I don't know what on this team gets Trick Room, so I'm not entirely sure what is going on here. I'm very tempted to actually lead Hail, though the Tyranitar I almost think is 100% coming, so we could lead Ninetales Gyarados, just to sort of potentially threaten our opponent into not bringing at least into not switching in the Tyranitar. They might lead it though, which is not a problem, but not ideal. I think Incineroar is extremely good here, and Cinderace is just very good. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you look at like our opponent's entire team, the only Pokemon that doesn't hit for super effective damage is the Dragapult, which we have coverage for in the Ninetales and Incineroar. Yeah, we'll just bring Cinderace. I'm just more interested to honestly see what our opponent's team does. This is not me like underestimating them at all, because it's honestly the most terrifying thing to verse in VGC is when you see a very unorthodox team, and especially like using Pokemon like Dhelmise and Berserker. I haven't seen them in this format, so I'm not quite sure what it is that they do. You know, aside from the fact that obviously Berserker is pure steel, Dhelmise counts as a effectively, or gets stabbed on steel, but it is Grass Ghost. Yeah, very, very interesting team. So, unfortunately, we don't get to bring Glaceon this game. I love Glaceon. It's not fantastic in VGC. Obviously, just its base speed being only 65 is not great. I do think the best EV evolution in VGC, at least at the moment, is Sylveon still. So we got Togekiss and Berserker, okay. So I'd be almost certain that this thing gets Fake Out. So, and I'm a bit worried about Yawn from this Togekiss. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Protect, and I'm going to go Incineroar. And we'll just sort of see. Okay, so Berserker actually Dynamaxes, it doesn't, so it's Heat Wave from the Togekiss, no Yawn. So I overread my opponent. That makes sense. Do I die through that? No, just not. Cool. Alright, we're gonna get up our Aurora Veil, and I don't see a reason to fake out the Togekiss. I'm just gonna Flare Blitz targeting the Berserker. Okay, Dazzling Gleam, does crit through. Wow, that's a very, very, very tanky Pokemon. Now, I'm gonna go Gyarados here. I'm gonna Dynamax, and I don't see a reason to go for the... I want to go for Max Quake, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go for a Max Geyser. We're gonna target the Berserker, and I'm gonna go out to Cinderace, just so we can reset the Intimidate. Okay, get the Rain up. Dazzling Gleam, not doing too much damage, thankfully. Steel Spike, again, not doing too much damage. Alright. That's good. Definitely just going to go for a Max Geyser into the Berserker, and I'm going to go for an Iron Head into the Togekiss. Cinderace now, because we haven't been going for Max Airstreams, is faster with... Actually, we've got +2 defense on Togekiss, so that's a bit of a problem. Wow, that still does so much damage just with a Expert Belt. Cool, so we've got one more turn to go for Max Airstream there, and I'll just go for another Iron Head. It could just Rage Paddle. He's got 2 redirection options here, and I really, really, really want a Moxie Boost on our Gyarados, just so it can start putting in some extra work. Yeah, there's a Rage Powder. I kind of expected it, but yeah, it wasn't too much else I could do there. So Dazzling Gleam, he keeps critting me, so he's obviously the Scope Lens build, which is a little bit frustrating, but what can you do? Alright, but now we have our Gyarados with a +1 speed, +1 attack. We are still under Aurora Veil, still got one more turn of Rain, so I can Waterfall and Iron Head targeting the Togekiss. Iron Head should take out the Togekiss here, and then Waterfall, I would imagine, would take out the Berserker. However, obviously, Berserker does have access to Fake Out, as I was saying. So I guess he could Fake Out. We can just... yeah, can't double protect. We can definitely still lose this. I want to protect Gyarados and just go for Iron Head, to be honest. I read the Fake Out wrong. Oh, it happens. Now we can just go for Waterfall into Berserker and Fake Out the Togekiss. Yeah, he's really doing his best to keep this Berserker alive for the Waterfall. Okay. Alright, we're going to Waterfall the Togekiss, which should hopefully take it out, and we're going to Darkest Lariat the Dragapult. Alright, cool. Got that turn right, that's good. Alright, in comes Berserker. So, the good money here says he fakes out Incineroar and doubles into it, expecting me to protect the Gyarados here. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm kind of in a not great position where I kind of have to, because he could just fake out the Gyarados even if I protect or not, and then Dragapult probably KOs the Incineroar depending on if it's physical or special. If it's special, I might live Dragon Pulse, though I doubt it. Yeah, I'm not sure what my best play is here. It's probably to go for Earthquake, to be perfectly honest. And Darkest Lariat. Yeah. Not much else I really could have done there. Any Phantom Forces. Okay. We lose this game, unfortunately. But yeah, that again, like I wasn't trying to underestimate the opponent when I saw the Berserker. I just really wasn't really ready, I guess, for what it was going to do, and didn't really prepare myself properly. But that happens, and again, it's one of those things where going into game 2, I'd probably lead the Cinderace and probably Dynamax it, and yeah, probably the Incineroar to be perfectly honest, and just try and deal with the thing. But anyway, let's move on to this game. Got a much more standard looking team with Urshifu and Duraludon, but the first 4 in Togekiss and Rillaboom, Cinderace and Incineroar, like almost like a core. Okay, how do we want to deal with this? We could lead Hail. He does have double fake out on his team though, which we don't really have a lot of answers to. Tempted to lead Ninetales and Cinderace. I feel like that puts on a ton of pressure, but the Incineroar having obviously Intimidate is a bit of a problem. I guess we could lead Incineroar. I think Incineroar Ninetales is not a bad option on our end. Cinderace I think will be our Dynamax Pokemon this game. Tempted to bring Glaceon. It should take a Rillaboom hit pretty well. But yeah, I just don't know. If it can get next to Cinderace and start getting speed boosts, the only thing that'll really take a Blizzard well is the Incineroar, which I 100% expect my opponent to bring, so maybe Gyarados is a good option here. Yeah. I think we'll go Gyarados just because the Urshifu being there too is also a bit of a problem. Yep, so there's the Incineroar lead. Not terribly surprising, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not really sure what exactly I expect the Cinderace to go for. It's probably a max flying or something like that. I'm going to U-turn targeting the opposing Incineroar, and I'm going to... problem is Cinderace is faster. I'm going to attempt to get up Aurora Veil, but I don't think I will. This is G-Max Cinderace. He actually max Knuckles. Not sure why. And yeah, he gets the attack boost, and that's great and all, but now we can just go for Dazzling Gleam. We're effectively sacking the Ninetales here to bring in our 2 Pokemon in the back. The problem is Max Airstream comes out. Do we live this? No, unfortunately not, but that's okay. He parting shots with his Incineroar. Goes into Togekiss. We turn out, and we'll go into our... I did say Cinderace, didn't I? Yeah, we'll go into Cinderace, and then we'll go straight back into Incineroar. So now we can Dynamax ourselves. He's gone for a max fighting, so he only has 1 more turn of Dynamax here, so I'm just going to go for my own max Airstream into him and fake out the Togekiss. He could very well like go back into... Oh, hang on. Let's try and make a read here. We're going to go for a max Airstream into the Cinderace, and we're going to go for a U-turn into the Togekiss slot, which I honestly thought was going to go... Okay, he protects anyway. I thought he was going to switch into Incineroar, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure why he went for max fighting there, when obviously I can just go for the max airstream. But that's okay, but I mean perfectly okay with me, as a Shifu is going to come in. Okay. So probably follow me, but I'm gonna max Steel Spike there anyway. And go for a U-turn into a Shifu, yep. There's a follow me. We Steel Spike. He probably close combats this Cinderace, to be perfectly honest, predicting that. Nope, just goes for a Wicked Blow, which always critical hits. That's why we took a massive chunk through a +1 defense and Aurora Veil setup. Alright, there's the Incineroar that's coming in now. I think what I really want to do here. Probably just going to go for a max flying into the Urshifu and go into Incineroar. Because I really need to get rid of this Urshifu if we can. Hopefully this KOs. Yeah, nice, okay. Expert Belt helping out there a lot, even with a -1 attack. I don't see a way for our opponent to win this unless I get extremely unlucky. But we're gonna high jump kick and we're gonna go into Gyarados. Yeah, we'll high jump kick, we'll actually U-turn. I don't know why I'm hard switching when I've got +1 speed. It could have Protect, honestly, and I might miss and I might die. Yeah, we'll just go for it. You know, we played safe on one of our previous games in the last episode and we lost because of it, so this time we'll just trust that high jump kick can do what we want it to do. But looks like our opponent has given up, they disconnected. So yeah, we win the game. Very, very cool. Alright, we'll grab one more, why not? I really want to bring Glaceon. I'll say this right now before seeing the opponent's team. We're going to bring Glaceon. We're going to try... Excuse me. We're going to try and make it work. Actually, not a terrible game for Glaceon. Obviously, Porygon Z is a bit of a problem, but... especially with Tailwind. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. Hopefully I remember to cut that cough out. So we could lead Incineroar along with Ninetales to potentially set up an Aurora Veil, get a fake out on the Whimsicott. Or we could lead a Moongus Ninetales. That's also an option. Because I'm worried about the Bishop as a potential lead as like a... oh yeah, and you know... Amoonguss actually isn't terrible here because of the Spore. Let's go Amoonguss Ninetales. We haven't brought Amoonguss yet. Glaceon in the back, and then Cinderace. Yeah. I think Cinderace is the best choice. Or Incineroar, actually. The Venusaur there's throwing me off. It must be Sunny Day on the Whimsicott. Or it's meant to be paired with normal Dynamax Cinderace. So, yeah, this is actually really tough because Incineroar kind of goes in on Venusaur, but so Cinderace. Cinderace is just all round a very good Pokemon. So there's Whimsicott Porygon Z. It is exactly what I expected to see out of our opponent. It's probably a Tailwind, Max Strike potentially. I need to work out if I prioritize putting the Porygon Z to sleep or setting up an Aurora Veil. And I think I'm gonna try and just I'm gonna try both. I'm gonna try and put it to sleep. I'm gonna go for Aurora Veil. Because as far as I can tell, he can only... actually, I guess he... remember when we were saying it could have Sunny Day? But if he does Sunny Day... the worst case scenario here is he Sunny Days and Dynamax's Porygon Z, goes for Max Strike on Amoonguss and KOs us. Even though we're literally max special defense, max HP, so we should technically live. So we're going to go for the Spore. I think Aurora Veil is our best play. If he sets up Sun, then so be it. Yeah. 2 HP. Good old Amoongus. That's my boy. Alright. Well. Now what? I guess now we switch into Glaceon and into... I would have really liked Hail. Really liked Hail. Now we still double switch. The Porygon Z has to take a sleep turn. So you guys like heard me say, like, that was actually the worst case scenario if he knocked out Amoongus. But that was at max HP, max special defense, coming in clutch. We are plus special defense too, so it's a sassy nature. I'm like Porygon Z, like, don't sleep on that thing. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of damage. I really want to do the damage calc after this, maybe in my own time, just to see how much we lived by. Okay, so that's a guaranteed sleep turn. I'm just gonna go straight back into Ninetales from the Glaceon. We're gonna Dynamax and we're gonna go for probably a G-Max Fireball into the Porygon Z. Oh wait, no, I'm G-Max, okay, that's fine. Okay, second turn of sleep, that's good. Alright, so he has I think it's like a 70% chance to wake up this turn, or at the very least, like a very high percent chance to wake up. We're gonna go back out into Amoongus. We're gonna keep Ninetales alive here. And I'm gonna go for a max Airstream into the Porygon Z. Yep, there's a Sunny Day. Hyper Beam. Actually die. That's unfortunate. Bring in the Ninetales. Gonna go... I really need to get rid of this Whimsicott. Like, I absolutely have to get rid of this Whimsicott. It's very annoying. I'm gonna Spore and just go for Freeze Dry. Actually, no, let's go Glaceon and just go for a Freeze Dry into Porygon Z. Yep, there's a Sunny Day. So it probably brings in Venusaur now, I would assume. Bishop. Okay. Very interesting. So not having Protect on this Whimsicott's a little bit annoying, but that's okay. One more turn of Tailwind. I wonder if I live. I probably don't, but I am max HP. I'm gonna Freeze Try this Whimsicott because it's actually very annoying. Go Amoongus. Dazzling Gleam. Cool, got that read right. Specs Freeze Dry. There's Cinderace. Okay. Well, I think we've lost boys. Because a max flying is almost certainly coming out into Amoongus here. And depends how fast his Bishop is, to be honest, but we're not running any speed on this Glaceon when I probably should be. But we're gonna Freeze Dry, and we're gonna go for Spore on the Cinderace as well. Could be a max Fire, actually. I guess we could go Ninetales. Or just Rage Powder, but I don't think Amoongus is living 2 hits. Obviously, because it's gonna go for, it's either max Fire or max Flying. Best way I can win this. Just, I don't know the item on this Bishop, that's the problem as well. And maybe I'm trusting too much in Glaceon's bulk. The way I win this is I actually really need to put this Bishop to sleep. So I think I go... Problem is, he probably max flyings here, gives him guaranteed speed boost, and then KOs the Glaceon. I got Ninetales. Fireballs and KOs this. Okay. That's unfortunate. I don't think I was leaving the crit. We'll grab one more. Why not? Alright, so now we got Sun, which is always fun. So guaranteed to bring Torkoal on the back. In fact, they almost potentially bring Trick Room. Not really sure what I want to do here, to be perfectly honest. Bleed Hail. I kind of want to try something that's probably really dumb, but we're going to try it anyway. And sit on the back. Okay. See how this goes. Charizard, Venusaur. Okay. So Charizard probably switches for, or potentially switches for Torkoal. In fact, it almost certainly does. I'm gonna max Hailstorm Charizard and go for Blizzard. Yep. Is it Scarf Sword? Might be Scarf Sword actually. No, it's Dynamax. Okay. G-Max, obviously. Okay. That's up Wildfire. Look at that Blizzard damage, boy. The Citrus Torkoal. Weird. Okay. Now what? Now we got Gyarados. We've already used our Dynamax, unfortunately, but now we can just Waterfall the Torkoal and go Incineroar, I think. Torkoal? No, we Waterfall Charizard. What am I doing? Because we know the Torkoal is Citrus Berry, so it's not holding any damage boosting moves. Torkoal switches out into Venusaur, not a huge surprise. Airstream into Incineroar, we take relatively handily. Waterfall, just get rid of that thing. Alright, so now we have Fake Out pressure on the field. We're +1 with our Gyarados. So, opponent just brings in Torkoal. Definitely understandable. Okay. I think the best way to handle this. He has Dynamaxed already. Tempted to Earthquake, to be perfectly honest. It might sound really dumb, particularly if he protects Venusaur. But he might forget that we have... Actually, no, that is very dumb. Ignore me. It's extremely dumb. We're just going to Waterfall the Torkoal. It probably lives it, to be honest, and just Flare Blitz Venusaur. He just protects. Okay. That'll protect. Fair enough. I actually could have bounced that turn. Maybe that was dumb of me. Maybe I should have done that. What could he have in the back? Probably a Shifu, which blows my Glaceon back. I'm gonna protect Gyarados and just go for Flare Blitz on Venusaur. As he Sleep Powders. It's very frustrating. That's frustrating. Because he hit that too. He's Yawn Sleep Powder. That's gross, man. That's so gross. We died Energy Ball. Oh, woke up though. Goodbye Venusaur. Do we live? We do. Earth Power? Body Press. And he crits us with the Body Press. Unfortunate. And it's a Shifu in the back. Alright. Well, sometimes life sucks. Detect. Okay. Freeze? Question mark? Go on. Okay. Lizard? Why would you yawn there? Out of curiosity. Text. Yeah, I don't understand the play. Oh well. But yeah, that's just a fun little hail team I decided to build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Unfortunately, we're just not getting the wins I would like, but yeah, that's what happens when you build a team 5 minutes before a video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day.